Welcome to the guide for the quest, The Firemaker's Curse. For the completion of this quest, you'll be rewarded with 80k firemaking experience, 76k constitution experience, and 30k agility experience. You will also be granted the Book of Char, access to 2 firemaking events in Balthazar Beauregard's Big Top Bonanza, and access to the Char Trading Cave. To begin this quest, you'll be required to have 64 agility, 74 firemaking, and 76 constitution. During this quest, you will obtain a pitch can, firemaking journals, a torch, and red, blue, yellow powder. You begin this quest by talking to one of the firemakers, which are south of Eagle's Peak. Once you have accepted the quest, you will find yourself inside a cave. When you are done talking to the firemakers, you will get a pitch can. With this can, you will be required to finish the form which is on the ground. In this first cave, we find an arrow. When you are done the arrow, a short cutscene will occur where you and all the firemakers fall down in the deeper cave. Once you are in the lower cave, find the fire pit and light it on fire. Finish the conversation with the firemakers and pick up the journal. Once the fire is extinguished, Char will possess one of the firemakers and kill Phoenix. Every time Char extinguishes the fire, you will need to relight it. Once the fire is on, you will find the dead body of Phoenix. Once you're done speaking with the firemakers, head to the next room. In this room, you need to finish 3 vertical lines in a triangle. Once you are done the design, rocks will begin falling from the ceiling and you need to place them one at a time near the ledge to create stairs to go up. You can see where the rocks will land because it gets darker under them. Make sure not to get hit by the rocks since they deal more than 70 damage every time. After finishing, go up and light the fire in the next room. Pick up the next journal. And when given the option to tie one of the members up, choose Twig as he is the next one to be possessed. After the blackout, turn the fire back on. From then on, enter the next room. In this cave, you need to complete an inner yellow triangle and an outer red triangle. When you are done the design, avoid the 2 firewalls as they can hit up to 250 damage. At this point, it is worth noting that if you die, you do not lose any items and just respawn outside of the caves. In this cave, you will need to avoid obstacles. Begin by running west and then jumping 3 times over the lava without getting hit by the lava. Once on the other side, light the fire and touch the stone. Now go back to the center. Jump across the lava 4 times east. Light the fire and touch the stone. Now go back all the way west where the first junction near the first fire was. Remember that throughout this maze you are trying to avoid the obstacles that will deal damage. Follow that path north, then east. Jump once east and touch the closest stone. Now go back down to the center, jump east twice by avoiding the obstacles, and light the fire. Make your way back to that center piece, walk north and then touch the stone which is east. Jump once more east and touch the stone. Now get back to the center part and walk across the stone bridge. Now jump west as fast as possible, light the fire and touch the stone. Run east and run all the way north until the tip of the flamethrower. Jump west twice, touch the torch and light the fire. Now run back east and jump the 4 obstacles. And run across the final falling bridge. Once in the next room, light the fire. pick up the journal, and when the time comes to tie up one of the members, choose Sarah. In this room, you need to build a red and yellow grid. You only need to pick up red and yellow powder and follow the pattern as I do it. At the end of the design, firewalls will begin to appear, but you can hide from them just on the side of the room. You will need to construct firewalls in order to escape from monsters. For this room, I recommend you bring food. This challenge is very straightforward, although it is very long. And in theory, the monsters that she summons cannot go through the fire. But be careful of red and yellow balls, as those can explode and hit you through the fire. When you get to the next room, light the fire and pick up the journal. Then tie up twig. In this next room, you will have to make the symbol of a torch. Pick up blue and red powder, and simply follow the design as I do it. Once you are done, the room will go darker, and you have to light up the fire which is in the northeastern corner of the room. Once this is done, pick up one of the torches and start following the passage. When black arms start moving across the top of your screen, click on them to avoid taking damage. You will have to do this in order to banish the arms all the way until the end of this passage. Now for a fifth time, light up the fire and pick up the journal. You will need to tie Emmet to keep everyone alive. In the next room, everyone will already be gathered, so pick up the journal. The Firemakers will suggest that you tie all of them, so accept. At this point, I suggest that you get food. Once you go down the stairs, you will have to face Char. She is very slow. Your objective in this fight is to run around the court to light up 10 fires in order to deal the most damage possible on Char. When Char is glowing gold, she is in rage mode and therefore invulnerable. The more fires you have equals the more damage you can deal. To cancel the effect, either bring her near the water or wait 10 seconds. When she reaches half health, firewalls will start descending the court. Try to avoid those. When you have defeated Char, you will gather around the Firemakers. You will then be able to escape the caves through the stairs north. Once you are outside, you simply need to finish the conversation with the Firemakers, and you are done the quest. Congratulations, you have completed the quest, The Firemaker's Curse. I am Azhi Dahaki, happy to help.